I guess this crew just tries to prove that you don't always need a trailer to get that boat down to the boat ramp. Welcome back, crew, to this episode of Googans of the Week. In fact, maybe what they really proved is it might be a little easier to go ahead and try and launch that boat without a trailer, because many people we see come down to the boat ramp, often with the trailers, will wind up struggling a little bit as they try and get their vessel launched, kind of like this crew here. Things look okay on the first attempt, but of course they wind up getting a little out of whack as they wind up progressing, and this crew finds himself kind of stuck in a hard place. I mean, sure, they found themselves stuck on the harbor, but I guess it could have been worse. They could have been stuck in the water. Now, as I mentioned, maybe the Googans should consider that, just not trailering. Make their life just a little easier and eliminate that method. And with that, maybe I'm wrong. Now, of course, if they don't trailer, they could just leave their boat sitting in the water. But now that I think about that, that might not be the best method for the Googan either, as obviously things can go wrong there. I mean, if you put a Googan behind the wheel, things are bound to go wrong at some point in time. I mean, heck, maybe you're not a Googan and you left your boat on the anchor. Don't worry, the Googans will fix that problem. And then, of course, sometimes to pull those Googan moves off, you don't even need to be behind the helm. Maybe if you just fall overboard and don't wear the kill switch lanyard, things will go your way. Now, of course, if you're going to get out there and try and pull some Googan moves like that, one of the first things I would recommend to you is go ahead and find one of those boats that's, let's say, a little more robust. Something that's built a little sturdier than most boats out there on the water. That way, if you do wind up getting a little out of control or the boat takes off on you, instead of it hitting something and there wind up being damage, it's the item that's out there in the water. If it winds up hitting something, it's delivering the damage. Now, one of the key components to this, though, is go ahead and make sure it's a little slower than most things on the water. If you've got a boat out there that can really cause some damage, the last thing you want it to be is a speedboat that can do that. Something that, again, follows the golden rule of never approaching anything any faster than you're willing to hit it. But I gotta imagine in this thing, you're willing to hit anything at about any speed. And then, of course, as you know, when you approach the dock, you gotta take it easy and try and go ahead and land on there perfect, kind of like this crew does, after a few attempts. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Adam Coolidge, Aiden Wildebrandt, Ink Hayes, Kasanas Tolis, and Striker Reed did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.